Viva Las Vegas! Las Vegas Bowl preview, Wisconsin and Arizona State. Boy, the last time the Badgers took on a maroon and gold team about a month ago, it didn't turn out too well in that loss to Minnesota. So let's break this one down. Badgers and Sun Devils. This is a battle of two 8-4 teams. And you look at Wisconsin. They were one of the hottest teams in the country, right in the middle of the season. 1-3 start, but then they rattled off a bunch of consecutive wins, beating ranked teams. Their defense was dominant. At one point, they were statistically the top defense in the entire country, shutting teams down below double digits. It all was looking good. And then the game against Minnesota is where someone finally decided to clue in on Braylon Allen. That Gopher defense held Allen to just 47 yards rushing, which, been saying it all year long, when you put the game into the hands of Graham Mertz for Wisconsin, you're going to have a good day on the other side of the ball because they put the game. Graham Mertz had to make a play. Graham Mertz threw the ball, I believe, 38 times in that game. 171 yards and an interception against Minnesota. The Gopher defense came up big, only 13 points offensively for Wisconsin, and the Gophers knocked Wisconsin out of a Big Ten championship chance and a West Division title. So, Arizona State has had a month to prepare. And when Arizona State's looking at those Wisconsin team, it's pretty simple. Okay, we got to contain Braylon Allen. During that big winning streak that Wisconsin had, Braylon Allen was running over people. And Braylon Allen was one of the best backs in the Big Ten during that time period. So Arizona State, although they have opt-outs on the defensive side of the ball, this Arizona State statistically was one of the top three defenses in the Pac-12 all season long. So Arizona State seems to have a group on defense that can at least handle what Wisconsin is throwing at them. You look at the other side of the ball, Jaden Daniels is a very good quarterback. He's a guy that can throw, but he's definitely very involved in the running game as well. As long as we're talking about that Arizona State running game, they've got opt-outs, transfers, and NFL draft at their top two running backs. Rashad White, 1,000-yard back. He was a great guy for Arizona State in that offense this year. He's out. He was such a big part to that Sun Devil running game, and then their backup ended up climbing into the transfer portal. So, where's the running game going to come from, right? They're down to their third guy now, and I mentioned it in another preview. Doesn't matter who you are. Once you get down to your third string, you're very much down the depth chart. A guy that you didn't even think was good enough to be a backup to start the season. I think Jaden Daniels is going to have to be very involved in this running game, but then I think about it from Wisconsin's point of view. Wisconsin was great against the run. They allowed less than 800 yards total on the ground this season. Only 65 rushing yards per game allowed. Jim Leonard had a stout run defense. I think Wisconsin matches up well against Arizona State in run defense. I don't know if there were any opt-outs on Wisconsin this season, so that's one area where, maybe if you don't live up to all of your expectations, maybe that's where you kind of come down to, where you don't have those problems that maybe other teams have that have those elite level NFL prospects. So I think Wisconsin matches up really well on defense against Arizona State's offense. Can Jaden Daniels do enough in the passing game? I still think Wisconsin is very stout in the pass defense as well. So if Wisconsin's defense comes ready to play, then it comes down to their offense. Okay, and we know Braylon Allen is going to have a good day. But we also know Arizona State has a solid defense. The big question when Wisconsin has the ball is going to be, are the opt-outs that are opting out of this game for Arizona State, is that going to leave a big enough gap for Wisconsin to take advantage of? If it is, the Badgers, I think, will have a good day. If not, and if the backups are able to come in and fill the holes, and this is a good unit, good depth for Arizona State, I think Arizona State could stick around long enough to be able to make some plays. Braylon Allen rushes over 100. I think Wisconsin comes home with this one in the Las Vegas Bowl. Should be a fun matchup for the Badgers out in Vegas. Want to hear what you guys have to think about this one? Badgers and Sun Devils. Big Ten Pac-12 matchup in the Las Vegas Bowl. Make sure you subscribe for more bowl previews. We're going to be previewing all Big Ten bowl games here coming down the pike. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm Big Ten Ted. We'll see you in the next one.